This wipe, I went back to the Australian servers after 2 years of not having played them to try out the new Australian premium server. Knowing I'd be back on my home country's ping, I went into this wipe with the intent to PvP, be a rat and make some enemies along the way. My plan was to set up my main base next to Outpost and cover the ridgeline between my base and Outpost in automated turret pods that would send a signal back to my main base to say they'd activated. The plan was to try and catch clans and groups running loot from the Outpost into the deep snow to accelerate my progression. It's safe to say this idea might have worked a bit too well.
Hey bro, turn off the turret, bro, or you're getting...
To get started, I needed a certain piece of real estate, and to get it, I was going to have to get there quick. Hello all, we are back. And there's some good news this time around. I don't have to play on 250 ping. We're on the Australian servers for the first time in about 2 years, and I have a bit of a plan to be a rat. I'm sure I've explained it in the intro, so I'm not going to waste any time. I need to get to Outpost, get building materials, and claim a spot on a snow hill right between where the clans will be running from Outpost to the deep snow, so let's get to it. I have some good news. The direction of this channel will be changing quite dramatically in about 6 weeks time for the better. I loosely talked about it in my last video, but I work a FIFO lifestyle in Australia that essentially means you fly out to a desert mine site and then you fly back to the city. And in my off time is when I film my videos, but I only get about 4 days to film a video. That's essentially been my channel the last 2 years. So that lifestyle is coming to an end now. I've finished with FIFO, I don't need to do it anymore. And I'm financially stable enough now that I can now prioritize YouTube over that lifestyle. I'll still be doing it, but I'll be putting a lot more focus into YouTube just to see where I can get it. My video lengths will go from the hour-ish they are now to probably around the 3-hour mark, and it'll still be me chasing that solo content against clans on big servers. I'll just have a lot more time to do it now and a lot more opportunities to take risks and experiment and just essentially see what I can do with a lot more time on my hands, both from a filming style and an editing style. I'm excited as hell for it. It's been something I've been working towards for a while now. I did a test run about 7 to 8 months ago. If people remember that video, expect something like that, but a bit longer. It's one of my more well-received videos I've ever done. So, times are changing. Give me 6 weeks. I'll need some time to edit and put one together, but that'll be the future from now on. Big, long, solo clan videos. But for now, we need to get to the snow and actually get some turret pods down before I lose my spot. I want to put the base just to the right here down the slope of this hill with a couple turret pods at the top just on the decline. As the clans come up this hill, they'll go down the other side and hopefully run into turrets. So we'll try and get this starter down so we can at least get this build spot. Nice, it hasn't been taken yet. That's good. Part 1 has gone to plan. Time to go get some stone, and we need a sheet metal door. And then I might try and actually jump a few people setting bases up along here if I can. I got this bow. Might be the play. With my main base location sorted, I now had 2 objectives. 1 was to fortify my starter base, and 2 was to start scouting for spots to potentially put well-hidden turret pods. I wanted them up and running as soon as possible before all of the good build priv was taken. Just quickly going to chuck an airlock on this base while I have some farm. Right, let's get back out there before everyone farms up all these nodes. Nice progress. Four wolf kills is actually quite big. I think we'll get this back to base. I have a bit of farm now, and we'll try put like the first 2 sets of foundations down for the first couple of turret pods. It'll take a bit to get a turret, but at least we'll have the build spot. While I had the chance, I spent a bit more time running around hitting nodes and barrels, and then I started to look for a place to put down my first 2 turret pods. I wanted to get at least the build proof sorted before this entire area was full of starter bases and there was nowhere left to put a turret. I know this is like really rat behaviour, but like, I'm thinking putting one around here. Like, we want it on the defilade, so when people come over the hill, they don't like see it straight away. And I reckon just on these rocks looking down into this little gully is the spot for the first one, I reckon. Alright, nice. We've got one. I need one more. And then we'll try to get some auto turrets. I just want this section of the hill on lock. I can see it from my main base, and I want some down sooner rather than later. And we'll work on the other ones after. I actually have a bit more left over than I thought. If I get a couple stone nodes, I reckon I can do one more out the back of my main base. So I have like a triangle formation around my main base. I think we do it while we can. With the spots claimed for my first set of turret pods, I started working on getting the scrap I would need to buy those auto turrets. So I crafted up a crossbow and a rev and started looking for fights in and around airfield. He's exactly the type of person I'm trying to catch in my auto turrets. But for now I have to do it with a crossbow. But to get these turrets we need scrap. And to get that I think we're going to have to be at airfield, which is just over the hill to the east. That's going to be my lifeline. I haven't really gone over there yet. So we'll take this Crossy and Rev and go suss it out and see if there's any big clans or zergs holding it down. Or if it's free farm. Oh my god, that is a military crate if I've ever seen one. This python's actually quite big. Oh, I need to be quick. There's no way this guy's alone. Like, naked farming a road just screams Chinese clan to me. I can hear two of them down on the other side of this hangar. But I'm just going to wait it out. I don't want to lose this python in that backpack. It's like huge for me at the moment. Hopefully I can just sit here and they don't find me. And I can get back to base. Oh my god. There are people everywhere around here. I think that base on the other side of airfield is like a group that's holding it down. I've seen like 4 or 5 people running around there now. I just need to get this stuff and get out of here, honestly. I've got a bit to lose at the moment. Oh yeah, I've got the backpack. Probably never chuck the clothing out. Oh, that's not bad. Something tells me this little turret idea might go quite well. I just pretended to be a turret with a python. We need turrets with pythons. I was getting a glimpse into the potential of my idea with how many people I was picking off running loot from the outpost to the snow. I had some success at airfield, but it was clear to me a group was trying to hold it down. I quickly stuck a second 2x1 down on the slope of the hill to hide loot and also use it as a vantage point, and then I got back onto the task of trying to get some auto turrets.
Just take the stuff and let...
Walked into a freaking grub den.
Oh. Can I have both? Oh, oh no, oh. Oh no, oh.
I'm not going back to that grid. That is Grub City. I think we're going to try our luck on airfield. We've got more of a chance there. Oh my god. That was messy, but I got it done. Oh, there's more of them. It's the group. Oh my god, it never ends. It's just coming in from everywhere. Oh, that sucks. I think he was the last one too. Like, it is a hornet's nest there. I was starting to get a good idea of who was in my area. I had the grub den down to the north, and I'm assuming a big Asian Zerg over on the west controlling airfield. Wipe time on this server was 5 PM, so I decided to make the call and go to sleep early, stash all my loot and be ready to buy auto turrets first thing in the morning, so I could have them on all day and still be able to defend them. Day 1 had set the foundations of what this wipe was going to look like, and while day 2 was interesting. Nice, looks like we've survived the night. At least this base anyway. It's early morning Friday here in Australia. I'll be going till late. A lot of the clans probably won't start getting real started till like this morning or Saturday, because server wipes 5 o'clock Australian time, so we've still got time to like get these pods set up to like really annoy them. I have enough for 2 turrets. I want 4, so we'll spend probably the first hour and a bit this morning getting enough scrap for the next 2 turrets, and then we'll put them down and go from there and see if we can try catch any big fish with me turret traps. Oh, SAR is massive. I can go down train tunnels with this. That's probably the easiest way to get the scrap. I think that's the play. Oh my god, he's actually got some stuff on him. This is what I'm talking about. If I had my turret pods up, I would have caught this guy. So either I'm going to get really rich from this or foundation wiped. But with this, I think we have enough scrap. I'm going to wait for the sun to go down and then go buy a couple turrets. We should have 3 or 4 and that'll be enough for now, I reckon. Get this started. I now have my hands on 3 auto turrets, which was going to be perfect for the first part of this plan. They would at least cover the ridgeline between my base and outpost, and I was already picking off loot runners myself, but it was now time to let the auto turrets do that for me. Alright, time to get these turret pods done. For now, I'm just going to have 3 turret pods, and when they activate, there'll be a blue light that goes off to tell me they've activated. Later, I'll smarten them up a bit so they send a signal back to my main base so I can clearly see them all activate on like a wall. But for now, we'll just keep it simple, compound bows, and then I'll upgrade them to pythons when I get them. And then I think we'll do the shell of the main base as well. I don't want a big main base this wipe, I'm going to be focusing on PvP and raiding. But I still want something just to defend, like my turret area. Alright, that's the first one done. I'm trying to use the barricades to like create a funnel and you can't see it as you come over the hill and like hide the laser sight a bit. But essentially if you come over the hill from outpost towards my base and you go down that slope, you'll get hit by that auto turret. I'm not too sure if you'll see it too well, and I'll put a chain link gate up eventually. But yeah, first one done, we'll do the next 2 and then we'll work on just doing the shell for the main base. That's the 3 turret pods done. I'm going to go do the main base now. It's not a big one, it shouldn't take too long. And then we sit back and wait and see. I don't think my main base will last a day. And now it's pretty much done. Just some turrets and some sheet metal fortified up, and then PvP. I don't want to be farming this whole wipe. I want action. Oh, speaking of action, that turret pod's gone off. I think I got my first victim. No big fish yet, but it proves it's working. I'm actually kind of interested to see where this goes. Not even an hour into having my turrets up, I had a 4-man run into them, threatening to raid me.
Hey bro, turn off the turret, bro. Are you getting...
Now that I have my turrets up and somewhat of a main base, I just had to sit back and wait for someone to walk into the trap. It was kind of like fishing on steroids, but this time around the fish isn't an anchovy, it's a degenerate Rust player who's been on for 5 days straight and doesn't know how to take an L. While my turrets were sitting there, it was time to look at trying to do progression through PvP. The end goal of this wipe was to send a few big solo 60-70 plus rocket raids on the groups around me, with my turret traps helping to fuel that objective. The base is in a pretty good spot. I just need a compound, which I'll do in a minute. I've got the materials for it, and I'll just check my turret pods while I'll do it. And probably start to get some farm, and look at doing some raids. But once these turret pods start to piss people off, there's a good chance that I could be on the receiving end of a raid. Oh, we got one. Not the best, but I have faith. The same one's gone off. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Do you reckon those 4 bags are for him or his mates? That's good. This is exactly what I want. Oh, this is working way too well. It's crumbs and stuff for now, but it just proves the process. So, I think I'm not going to be very well liked. I got distracted a little bit with some bodies, but the compound's pretty much done. I've just got 3 auto turrets, I need some more metal, and that's really it for the main base. So I think it's time to PvP, and I heard some shots up the hill that I'm going to go investigate while these turrets do their thing. Oh my god, they're juiced, and I really want these guns. I just had a glimpse into the rest of this wipe. With the kits I'd obtained from that fight, I started going out and about looking for fights, getting sulfur, and scouting out potential raid targets, all the while my turrets sat there doing their thing. Someone running around with a bolt out here somewhere. That's actually massive. It even has a scope on it. He had 2 Hazzies on him. I reckon he's grabbed this off someone and then I've just stolen it off him. Some new neighbors moving in. Yep, I'm that guy. I'm in full rat mode this wipe. I'm just going to quickly put an extension on this guard hut so I don't have to keep running into the core all the time. We just have like some locker kits, a bed, probably some auto furnaces, just a few little things, and then we'll get back out there. Keep it simple, this will do. Need a couple boxes, but time to get back out there. That is exactly what I wanted, an AK kit. That is massive. I'm going to go back out and see if we can get some more. There's a raid kicking off right next to my base. I don't know how I got away then. There's so much more there. I'm going back with MVGs. That is a haul. I'm still going back out there. I don't think it's over. This fight, like, never ends. This is like the flow-on effect from just that simple raid earlier. I dread when I have to do it. I went back for one more attempt but decided to end it there as I'd profited a lot from that fight. I spent the next hour or so putting up 4 more turret traps and then wirelessly integrating them into my core so I could see when one had activated. The plan over the next few hours was to farm up a bunch of sulfur for a big raid and have my turrets do the PvP for me. Alright, it's done. We just need a subject to test it, but these blue lights represent turret pods out in the field. And then whenever one out there activates, it should wirelessly send back a signal and turn this blue light on. And you can see by my signs where the orientation of these pods are. And if one activates, I just kill myself, spawn in and go look for a body. That'll be the plan while I farm up a bunch of sulfur to send a big raid, which I'm kind of dreading after seeing what happened when those guys shot those rockets earlier. But that's the plan. Get bodies from people running out of outpost and farm up for a big raid. Ooh, it's getting better. Oh, this will never not get old. I think he might be getting a bit sick of this one. I think he's trying to nade the turret out. Now we're talking. This is the type of loot I want to see. A bit more of this, please. Oh, I need a launcher. I'll go see who's doing that raid. That is overkill. That fob is bigger than the base they're raiding. Freaking helicopter again. I have a bit of a hate-hate relationship with that thing. There's quite a few of them. There's 4 in the trees there, but I swear I've seen 2 more run into airfield. And this attack heli as well. Like, I'd run over there and try and make a play, but I'll just get shot by the attack heli because it's the most OP thing in the game at the moment. Face Punch just refused to nerf it. So, the problem is, I want to do a raid out here soon. And the second I shoot a rocket, like, they're probably all going to come running over, so I think if I'm doing any raids this wipe, I'm going to need some monstrous fobs. But we'll see what happens when I go and do it. I continued to run around farming sulfur, then made a bunch of rockets and looked for a raid target. I wanted to do 2 big raids this wipe. For my first raid, I was eyeing off a base next to one of my turret pods that had people sitting on their roof all day. They were out griefing me and stopping people from running into my turret pods by roof camping them, so something had to be done about that. I've got these neighbours down here that put this base up next to Outpost, obviously to grief, but it's blocking people running into my auto turret, and they're raiding their neighbour. I want to try and get rid of this base, but this would be a difficult raid. Well, but I might actually send it, to be honest, just see what happens. I'm not going to be able to get close to this thing at all. I think there's a 4-man living in there. I'm going to go back and like start prepping a lot of stuff for this raid. It'll be a few hours yet before I can do it, but I'm going to try and raid that base. This raid's likely going to be chaos. It's like Sunday afternoon here, and it's in one of the most population-dense spots on the map next to Outpost. All the grubs will come out. There's probably 4 in that base. I don't know how many are online now. It's been a few hours since I scouted it. But I'm pretty much going to automate TCs. I'm going to put automation TC so I can pump all of my raid and loot supplies down into the turret pod that I have next to their base. That way I can just do it on the down low, and when it comes time to raid as night sets, I just spawn in that little turret pod shack and just run out and put up a fob. I need to be as quick as possible, get it all up as quick as possible, lots of turrets, and just send it and see what happens. Alright, the piping system's pretty much done. This is probably one of the more sweaty things I've ever done, piping my entire raid materials to a turret pod. But we're here. I just need to wait for the sun to go down and then send it. It took me a bit longer to get all this stuff together than I thought it would. It's been quite a few hours since I originally come across that base, but we're pretty much ready to go. It's all in these boxes. They'll get piped down to that turret pod when it's ready. And yes, there's a lot here because I'm going to build a very big fob. Alrighty, it's working. When the sun goes down, let the fun begin. I'm not sure if they're online, they haven't reacted to anything yet, but given the Scrappy and all the other stuff that's going on around here, I'm not taking any chances. We're building a fortress. Might be a bit overkill, but the last 2 times I've tried to raid bases this big, my fob gets raided. So, not this time, but I think we're ready to shoot some rockets. Honestly, for this raid, I came prepared for an absolute war. I was expecting a potential 4-man online with countless counters given where the base was, but ironically, not much went down. It was peak hour in Australia, maybe it was the monstrous raid base with 8 auto turrets, who knows? But I still had one more raid left in me. And while not much happened in this raid, the next one was going to be in the deep snow, and it aged me a few years. I haven't been out this area a whole lot because it is chaos out here, but there's a god rock that's quite built up and it's the same building skin as that based on the ice lake. I'm thinking they started in the god rock and they're going to move to the ice lake. So, and there's an external on it. I might be able to take the external over and then like build a big raid base on the external and then try raid the god rock. I have a lot of rockets, but I'm just a bit concerned. This area will just, unlike the other raid, I reckon this area will absolutely kick off. Yeah, honestly, I think this is the play. I still have a lot of rockets. I didn't use many in the last raid. I've still got all my auto turrets from the fob. We just need to take that stone external over and then go from there, I reckon. I'm going to start to plan to raid this. I'm probably going to regret it, but we'll give it a go. Here's the plan. I've got myself a mini from Outpost. I'm going to pull all of the raid materials up on the roof. I'm going to run over when the sun sets and raid that external TC. Once I've got control of it, I'll build a fob on it. About the same size as the last one. I want like all my auto turrets on it, essentially like 10 auto turrets. It'll be a fortress. And then I'll use this mini to fly the rockets over in heavy plate. And then we'll raid the god rock from there. I'm going to need a lot of rockets and I have a lot of rockets. So I don't want to just like fly them all over when they're not secure and just lose them all to counters. Because there's an active base behind me on the ice lake, who I think might actually own the god rock. Then on the other side of the god rock, there's a cave with another group in it. So I'm expecting a genuine fight for this one. I don't know how it's going to go, but you don't know till you try. So when the sun goes down, we're going to send it. We're not off to a good start. That guy was here within 3 rockets. Like, I haven't even got half this fob up yet. This is not good. There's actually quite a few footsteps around the fob at the moment. I can't like push out to build up more because I don't have turrets on the outside yet. They got to me too quick. I might just put all my turrets down inside this little box. And at some point I will have to like smoke push out or something. I don't know. See what happens.
Yo, your late base?
Oh, I think it's the Chinese clan from the other side of the airfield I seen earlier in the wipe. This is not good. This isn't good, they're building a fob themselves. There's not a whole lot really left in that fob, to be honest. Just I put all the turrets down. I can hear one going off, so I think they might be through a sheet door. They definitely aren't through an armored door yet. I would have heard it. So I reckon I might be able to get control back of it from bolting them from here, possibly. Well, I definitely think they're trying to X-way through the armored door. At least this is here now. Like, I can use this. Oh, fumbled. Oh wait, that turret should actually stall them. Oh, I've redeemed myself. Kind of. There wasn't much left in that fob, but unfortunately I'd lost most of my turrets and a box of metal frags, but no real boom and only one kit. I decided to walk away from that fight as there wasn't really much left to lose. So instead of sitting there bolting them for like 5 hours, I farmed up another box of metal, purchased some more auto turrets, and managed to sneak back in undetected as I'd already raided the external, and I managed to get the bottom level of a fob down. I was prepared for round 2. We're getting there. I've ran the kits over, I've got most of the build materials to build the fob up. I've got no boom here yet. I've done this very quietly on the down low. I cannot be detected, and I need all of my turrets up at least as the sun comes up, or there might be a round 2. So I need to get this done like quickly, like bye base again. With this, we should be good to go. I've gone over the top. This is probably the biggest fob I've ever built, but I do not want to repeat it tomorrow. And I'm raiding a god rock. I'm probably going to have to shoot like 70 rockets, give or take. I actually don't know how many I have about that. So I need like the best defensive position I can think of. So we'll fly the rockets over and send it, I guess, see what happens.
I don't mean you any harm, mate.
Man,
I'm going to try and raid these
you
guys.
have killed me sometimes with that.
Oh no.
Jesus
Oh, no.
Christ. You sound familiar. Oh, what's up? Your voice sounds very familiar. You go?
Yeah. I've been exposed. That guy there, last time I played the Australian servers, I gave him my base, like 2 years ago, and now he lives next to me again. He's another solo. It's a small world. Back to raiding. I need to go out in the breach and just have a quick look of like what way to go. Like, god rocks can be unconventional. I need some intel before I shoot another 30 rockets. Okay, it's probably juiced. I do have counters above me. There's a couple AKs, but I don't think they can come in because of that giant fog. It's doing what it's supposed to do. Wow, we actually got it. That was just an ordeal. It's time to have a look around, eh? Ooh, that's good. Plus that box of sulfur as well. I don't think I'd have broken even. Oh, maybe. I might have broken even, but that is good. This place is going to be juiced. Jesus Christ. It's definitely a God Rock base, alright? Now I had a dilemma. I was sitting on a God Rock base that was absolutely juiced, but this wipe was over for me. Now I went back to the guy who was living next to me, Lips, who I gave my base to in the last time I played the Australian server, so why not keep up with tradition? I bagged him in and gave him everything that was in this base. The 60 odd rockets, the comps, the guns, you name it, all of it. It's just pixels to me. He's been a long time viewer, so why not give back? I just want to say a genuine thank you to anyone who's ever supported this channel, all the lips of the world. It's been a journey, and like I mentioned at the start of the video, it's a changing chapter for me. This shorter form content, the hour mark stuff I make now, is a thing of the past. I'll be full sending YouTube. Like, I'm not quitting my existing profession entirely, but I'll be dedicating a serious amount of time in the month to YouTube in the pursuit of trying to produce the best content I possibly can and chase the best content I can possibly get. So it's been a journey so far. I hope everyone that watches this has liked what I've done so far, but I'm interested and keen to see what I can do with YouTube. It might go nowhere, it might go somewhere, but you don't know if you don't try. And I also need to get back to my prime old self. I fly away for like 14 days, don't touch a computer at all, land, play a Rust wipe for 4 days, have a day off, then fly back out again. So the Nugo you've been seeing of late is in his worst form. I'm keen to just get back to prime Nugo, ability, mechanically, game sense, production value, all of it. So give me about 4 to 5 weeks and I'll have the first video out. It should be somewhere between 2.5 to 3 hours long, I would think. And yeah, if you enjoy what you see, like, comment, subscribe, do all that sort of good stuff. And I'll see you in about 4 to 5 weeks with a new style of video.
I was watching a Alone in Tokyo video
Yeah.
today, and it's it gives me that vibes.
Yeah, the sheet metal doors are to block the HVs if they hit the turret.